So I'll click on the wall one and I'll click select to get started on making my Padlet. Now Padlet's going to have already kind of a wallpaper and some design set in for me. If I don't like it, I can always change that. But it tries to keep it kind of fun and cute or pretty or whatever it is for students and for whoever's using it. So in this modify area over here, this is where I can really edit my Padlet and start making it my own. Under title, here I can put the title of my Padlet. I'm really using Padlet often for kind of discussion questions and things like that. So I might put discussion question or some kind of title like that that would just kind of get people started with knowing what this Padlet was about, maybe give them some ideas about what they're going to post. And then in description, here you can kind of elaborate on that title, maybe give some instructions. If it's a discussion board post for me, I tend to give some instructions about leave a comment or leave a post and then respond to 2 other students in the comment section, and kind of give some guidance to how I want students interacting on the Padlet. I also might elaborate a little bit on what is my question, what am I really asking students to do. So I might give some instructions. Right, so I just created a quick description with some instructions, create a post that discusses the benefits of using Padlet with students, respond to at least one other post to build on ideas. You could get into kind of more details here, maybe have some clearer instructions, but that is your basic description. So I'm going to keep going through this modify section. You can always kind of click around if there's some pieces that you aren't sure about here, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Using icons would allow like emojis and things like that on your post, so you can turn that on if you want students to use them. The address here is kind of the unique link for your Padlet. So this is a great way to share the Padlet. I'll go over sharing the Padlet on Google Classroom and things like that also in another video or at the end of this video, but you can always copy this link and then share the link with students or with colleagues, whoever you need to contribute to your Padlet. Here you can change your appearance, so if you're not into this wallpaper, you can change the wallpaper and add your own pictures or a different picture. You can change the color scheme and the font, make this pretty however you want it to look for your students. Then we'll get into kind of what are students going to be able to do and see on this Padlet. So you can you can make some requirements as far as what does posting on the Padlet look like. Under attribution, I like to turn this on. If it's yellow, it is turned on. I like to see the names on each post, especially if I'm assigning this as an assignment. I want to know who has completed that assignment. So I turn that on so that student names appear along with their post kind of automatically. I leave the new post position at first. That just means that new posts are going to kind of appear in the corner up here first before they're just going to be kind of chronological in that order. I do like to turn on comments. Again, I use this wall often for commenting on each other's posts. I do believe there's a Padlet that's more specifically just kind of like a chat communication Padlet, so you could use that as well, but I like to turn comments on so that viewers can comment on each other's posts. Reactions, this is kind of like giving a like or a thumbs up on Facebook or a heart on Instagram or things like that. So you can turn that on. Sometimes the students find that pretty entertaining. And then content filtering. These are some really helpful options when using Padlet with students. So you can turn these on if you would like to require approval. So if you turn on require approval, that means that the moderator, you, will have to approve any post before it goes onto the wall of the Padlet. So you can kind of review what students have said, what they are attempting to post before it gets put on the wall. Make sure it's appropriate or completes the task or whatever it is that you're asking students to do. And Padlet will also filter out profanity for us. So if Padlet catches profanity or bad words within a post, it will automatically replace that with a nice emoji so that profanity is not posted on the wall. So I do like to leave those on. If sometimes I don't turn on the require approval if it's kind of more of a quick check-in, like an exit ticket or something like that, then I wouldn't turn on require approval. But if it's a longer kind of post and response, I might turn that one on. So now that we've got our Padlet totally set up, we want to hit the next button here. Okay, so I can review, make sure I've got everything I need on my Padlet, and I'll hit next. And now I'm all set to post on my Padlet. So I can now start posting. I can also share this for students to start posting. This Padlet is set up and ready to go. So I'm going to click Start Posting. Now I'll get into how do we post on our Padlet. So how will I be able to post on the Padlet, and how can my students also contribute a post to this Padlet?